opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen.
Yeah.
Sweetie.
I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. Look at one too. Oh. They stink that bad. Oh. And their clothes are probably all just ugh, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them.
We've had somebody take parts off of it since it's been sitting there. Oh. Yeah, they better be watching it. I catch anybody out here, I'm going to shoot them. He just bought a grill, and I think the grill...
Alrighty, guys, this was a year ago, right? Now, with the Degas back in here, but I want to point my things out. I did a lot of researching today, trying to find things out. Somebody correct me if I am fucking wrong, but everything I can find says that the Catalina was a 2+2 sports coupe. The sports coupe was only available in the 2+2 cars. Now, if I am wrong, by all means, correct me.
In that year.
In that year. But Barry, you could shut us down really quick if I'm wrong. Walk out on camera now. Walk out, open your door. Your VIN tag's right there on your door pillar, right? On camera, run that VIN and show us the digit that says sports coupe.
Yeah, there's going to be a letter, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a letter. So we had a Pontiac Catalina just like that. It was white. I mean...
Ours was 60. Ours was a good year.
Yeah, but I mean, in them years, that's what I'm saying. So, and it was a 2+2.
And I don't buy a set of 389 because, hear me out. Another thing I have to research: the 389 2+2 sports coupe. Those engines that were in them cars were 4 barrels, and I believe it because
nobody's going to buy a sports coupe and have a 2-barrel carburetor. What the fuck would be the point? Think about it, guys.
My car outside, if you guys have seen on the main channel, if you watch that, or if you've even seen the background on this channel. It's a 1965 Pontiac Le Mans sports coupe by the VIN. Bucket seat, console, 326 4-barrel.
And that's standard. I mean, so who the fuck is going to order a standard car that comes with a bucket seat console and be like, hey, I don't want the standard. I'll pay you more to put a bench seat in it. Because that's what it would take to get off the standard. You know what I mean? It would be a special ordered car. You know what I mean?
I don't buy a 389 engine anyways. Because there's nothing different besides the bore and stroke that make a difference between a 389 and a 350. The blocks are virtually identical.
Or a 326.
Yeah, or a 326. They're all the same blocks. It's just different bore and strokes. Barry, you could shut us down right now.
No,
again.
he can't. He can't do it.
You can go out there.
Because that's not a sports coupe. Why would it be a sports coupe with the Venturi
Oh,
package?
he likes shutting us all down.
Yeah, but just think about that. Why would it be a sports coupe with the Venturi package?
You got a point.
It would be a sports coupe, or you would get the Venturi package, or you would upgrade to a sports coupe.
Yeah.
I mean.
Or Barry, if that's 389, go out there and.
So let me guess, they would let you get 2 packages in one car, Barry, a Venturi package and a sports coupe.
You go out there and show us the casting numbers on the side of the block.
I mean, it's just more his, look at me, I got cool cars.
Well,
but that's all I can do is talk about
the
it.
truth of the matter is, I knew it was bullshit from jump about that being a sports coupe. I have a sports coupe. Buy the VIN. Because unlike Barry, when I get a car in, when I get me a new car, the first fucking thing I do is run the body tag and the VIN, usually. Unless I don't really care. But if I care, I run the body tag and the VIN.
Second is we try to figure out, if we don't know what the motor's for sure, we start looking for numbers.
Yeah. Third thing is we jack it up, see if it's got a positive rear end in it.
I always like to make sure if the numbers are matching. Like the motor matches the body.
Welcome back to Bammer and Son Garage.
Unlike Barry, on our channel, main channel, we don't lie to you guys. It is what it is.
2 years, too long.
Yeah.
She's all rusty now, and now the brakes aren't working.
Listen to this.
It had brakes when I parked it, so one of the lines must have popped or rusted.
It's like Ramblin' Park.
Sitting there. And it was a scary ride, too, because this is an automatic.
Very another contradiction that Barry's going to talk about, listen, folks, is remember how he said that it doesn't matter if you park them on grass, gravel, in a garage, in a barn.
You put it in neutral, you just keep rolling.
But that's what this whole video is about, him where he parks his car. Keep that in mind. Another contradiction.
Didn't roll very good, had a heck of a time getting it out of the yard over there. But we rigged up an electric Holly fuel pump, a 12-volt clickety-clack that I had bought for the car. And I rigged it up right to the fuel line.
Because you can't change a manual fuel pump.
And we went to the quart bottle. We didn't even get a gallon jug out, so we did minimum work.
Let me rephrase that. You're too fucking lazy to change a manual fuel pump.
Clamp on it. You can see it doesn't
I'll
have
give
a
you
clamp.
this much. The car, the motor runs good. I mean,
so
it's probably the best running motor besides that four-door Buick he's got. That thing runs pretty good.
And this is a 3/8 fuel line.
At least when you hit the gas, it opens up like it's supposed to.
So this fuel pump is a 5/16 fuel pump. You can switch to the bidding and 3/8 or whatever size you want. But for some reason, it didn't give me the 3/8 adapters. So it's got a 5/16 fuel line connections going to a 3/8 hose. Why they would crank that thing down so it didn't leak and spray fuel everywhere.
How many other channels take?
And we put one of them yellow Optimum batteries that originally came out of my first and only rail buggy I had, my Volkswagen Doom buggy.
Second-hand battery.
6 or 14 is when it was bought.
Yeah, I mean,
retained the good battery, and swapped it with a junky battery, and we put the good one in our, stock.
Okay, you guys, for useless information for the day. See this tag right here? This little black circle tag? See, it's 6 of 14. That means it was sold on, I think, on the 6th month of 2014. Or the 6th day of 2014. Either way, this is your year, and this is either your month or your day. I can't remember which one. But that battery's older than fuck. It's from 2014. I mean, I was still... That's how old that fucker is. I was still in high school. Hang on. No, I was in middle school when that fucking thing was on there. Holy shit. That was high school. Like, I can't remember. You're asking me to remember sometime 5 years ago.
So it goes around, bounces around from car to car to car.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. 3 cars, 3 days. Got them out. The only ones left is that 65 Mustang. We may get to that tonight, but it's sitting over there where it was. And this thing sat for so long, and you can see what happened to it. Yeah, the headliner mice got in there and just destroyed what was left of the headliner. So there was no carpet for them to get in. And
I'm curious, was it white and red interior, or was it all white interior?
They never got in the car. The headliner was falling down, but it never was that bad. And the headliner's completely shot. It was already shot anyway.
Barry, it's fucking 40 years old.
It had a white headliner with a white top. Excuse me.
60 years old.
This car was white with a red top. It was two-tone.
Sure about that?
And I painted it all black a few years ago.
Typical Beamer Sons of Garage paint job.
One was black.
I mean,
and you can see with a spray can job. I mean, this don't hold up and it sits outside.
That's fine. Everything has a skin
it was never this rusty.
But
And so I got to redo the body on it again. But it's pretty straight. There's only 2 dents in the whole car.
You're not just going to sand that down and stuff it and shoot it. You got to get all the old bondo out of that fender or just keep cracking.
I want y'all to remember, this car he says is solid. It's only got 2 dents, right? Wait till it gets to the trunk.
Dents. Only one, not unfortunately, but fortunately there's only 2 dents. It must be on the other side. There are 2 dents in the panel. Yes, on the other side. I don't believe I fixed the dents. There were no dents in the car. Very minimal rust on this car, even though it's an Ohio car. Here's the dents. I must have painted over the dents. One there, and then.
Yeah, you have fun with getting that out of the body line, Barry.
Just one dent. One dent right there.
He's got a bucket of bondo. He can make it happen.
The only rust is the fenders. The fenders are just shot. I need a couple fenders. The quarter pounds are nice. There's no rust in the wheel wells. There's no rust in here.
They make cheap.
No rust holes. No patches. There was a little bit of rust down here, I think.
Well, he can't afford the trunk pan. Trunk pan's pushing $400 in shipping and everything and braces.
But for
about $500 a piece.
It's pretty rust free. Of course, I didn't do it any justice by parking in the yard for 2 years.
See?
So it's out of the yard.
Contradiction, folks. Remember, Barry said, don't matter where you park a car at, it's going to rust the same no matter what.
So, Barry, does it matter or does it not matter where you park said car at?
Just like he says, it doesn't matter. Your neighbor's property don't dictate the value of your property. So whether you have a house on it or it's his property, it's worth the same amount of money no matter what. I mean, that's Barry's words. I mean, he's a fucking idiot.
Here's the rust on this quarter there. Right there. The only bit of rust right there on the whole car.
Oh,
So
shit.
the poncho,
That's that whole bottom section of that quarter, Barry.
and it's never going to go back in that yard again. Ever
Lies.
again.
It went right back there.
I know I said stuff like that before.
Parked in the exact same spot, Bo.
Yep.
Never going back in the yard.
And
It's facing the other way though than it was facing before.
It went right back there, Barry.
Just pure
You
gravel.
lied again.
See, hold on.
It's never going to go back to where it was. So let's start it up for
See,
you guys.
even Barry is
Before we
admitting
close this
a
one
car
out.
parked on gravel is better
So
than
you can
grass.
hear how
A
smooth
car
this
parked
car
on
is.
cement is better than gravel.
Yeah, it runs really
A car
good.
parked
Like
in
I
a
said,
building,
I didn't
even unheated,
shoot the
is better
video
than in the
because
open.
It didn't have any brakes. And I
So
can't
on
be
and so
trying
forth.
to
You get the picture.
maneuver this thing. Still got a lot of fuel.
Can you imagine him trying to lift that grill into place?
Pump's working.
Bumpers.
I couldn't believe how good this thing ran, unlike the Duster yesterday. This thing runs absolutely flawless. I got a floor pan for
Hey,
it.
Barry, get us a good shot of that VIN. I'll run it for you.
And this
What if
car
you freeze frame it?
absolutely-
I'm gonna try to freeze frame it and zoom in and run that VIN.
And I believe it's got an ACI distributor, my son.
Got the more than we like better. It must have buried in the bottles. But I'm a better man, I'll tell you that. It does run good though. I mean, I'll give him that. I mean, the old motor, it purrs, man.
I think it just shorted out the
That makes me
fuel
smile.
box. I got no headlights, no turn signal, no brake lights.
It's gonna get really good here in Maze. I'll tell you that. It was a fucking 4-barrel and then he put a 2-barrel on it because the factory 4-barrel intake of car wouldn't run where the fuck because you need a special cam between the two engines and
It's a special interior pack.
kind of like your special, huh, Barry?
It runs good. I mean, it's even on both banks. I mean, it's probably one of the better running cars that's got around there.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna make a really bad joke, and it's a joke. Barry's brother, right, was a football player, football coach, right? So if he's a football coach, I imagine he played football in high school. I bet he handed fucking Barry his helmet, and Barry started wearing that motherfucker to school, and everybody felt so sorry for him.
Barry's probably got the helmet. Barry's probably still got his original helmet he wore back in 1970 when he had to go to school. I'll bet he does. Because he's a hoarder. That motherfucker ain't never threw away nothing.
And was bought from a guy by the name of Jerry McQueary, who owned this car.
I mean, it's a sad truth,
We
folks,
bought it
about
from
this
him. My
car.
son bought it from him, and it was
It wouldn't take much to get this car to actually you can drive it and enjoy it. I mean, it wouldn't take a lot to from what I see. I don't know what the frame looks like, but
was a 65.
it's gonna sit there and rot away,
I
man.
quit.
I mean, the motor seems to run great. I mean, it wouldn't be out of all the shit he's got around there, this would be one that he could get going. And holy fuck,
Like a quart jug, so.
stop sitting from the
And I
door.
drove from back and around. And
In my
over here.
personal opinion, it's one of the ugliest fucking Pontiac Catalinas they ever made.
Yeah, but if somebody wanted a classic car, that's an
And they
entry
had a
level
4-barrel
classic car,
on
and it
here,
runs
did,
good.
and it, of
I
course,
mean,
it didn't perform.
Pre-65 were
So
very
my
good
son
looking
bought me
cars.
a 2-barrel intake carb, and I put it all on there, put it all together, and brought her back to her former, 389 2-barrel Glory
so Barry,
with an
just
extra
quit making up excuses and call it for what it is. You couldn't tune the 4-barrel on that car, so you went back to a 2-barrel setup because it's easier to tune, is what it was. You couldn't make it run right with a 4-barrel intake car. So you got to make up an excuse that you need a special cam to put a 4-barrel on a 2-barrel. So every asshole that bought a Challenger back in the day with a 318 and went back to the
Direct
dealership,
connection.
right, the next day and got a 4-barrel intake and put on it, that fucked their car up, right?
It
I
went,
mean, that's just logic.
and you had a big block Chrysler back in the day. I think the big thing was the Elderbrock DT4B or deep whatever 4B intake, which is like your stock style aluminum intake.
So they fucking ruined their car the next day. I mean, by putting a 4-barrel on. Think about it, man. It's just another excuse for it.
Distributor added to it, so the car runs just flawless. This is a radiator that came with it.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
had
a
patch
patch
or something put on one training line. You
Now
could
it
see where
starts to
somebody
second guess themselves.
had patched it or something. And the radiator, maybe the radiator.
They might have put an engine in it, Barry.
The
And
original one.
Barry, most people wouldn't
Original
cut a
design,
training line to
original.
change a radiator. That's
The
only you.
core, it looks just
I'm
like
sure it had a leak at one time.
But it's a pretty cool car.
oh yeah,
We really like the
badass.
Catalina. Like I said, it was identical to the one I had in high school. Most guys that watch my channel, Mike Lafferty, Johnny Morehouse, and everybody, they remember the original Black Bomber I had.
No, Barry, why don't you have them chime in and tell us what kind of athlete he was in school and all that shit? Since you're this gangster in high school.
My first car when I was 13. But it had to be Cherry package, just like this one's got.
And you hear him one day, his dad gave him to him when he was 16, and the next day it's 13. Then he tells you a story how his dad gave him a car at 13, so he gave his little boy a car at 13.
Same ribs on the seats and everything.
You shit straight.
But the original one was a 4-door. This is a 2-door, much better than I had. I can't believe I treated it like that and stuck it in that yard, but I was in a slump and I just couldn't get motivated. You know, my mom passed away, then my dad passed last year. And, you know, YouTube channel, my son brought me back. And my people like, you know, Jamie Phillips and Scott Speed Shop and some other friends got me motivated to get back out here and get sweaty and, you know, get some work done and get that car out of the yard and get it on the driveway, you know, on the gravel. And then I could get on with it. So it's going to need brakes, tires, fix the lights on it, and very much, you know, very little. You know, as far as
very little, and it's took a year, and it still ain't roadworthy.
You know, it's got legal tabs
It's been over a year.
If I had brakes and lights on it, I could drive it.
Yeah, this is a year ago.
Trust it with those tires very far, because them tires are old.
This
We've
is
been on this car a long, long time. Ever since I bought the car. Excuse me, since my son bought the car.
July 24th,
So I've had this
2022.
car for a long time.
Yeah, that's 2 years
work.
ago.
It has some 15-inch steel wheels.
So it's 2 years ago, you guys. Even though YouTube says a year.
He probably put
hubcaps on. I hated that. I took hubcaps off. Hated them hubcaps. And so I don't know what we're gonna do with wheels, and we may end up going with some Pontiac rallies we picked up. My son picked up 3 rallies.
The important thing is, he says grass over your car's done. No more than sitting on gravel.
This thing was originally 14-inch.
Hey Barry, are you sure they're Pontiac rallies and not Oldsmobile rallies? Or Buick rallies? We know you have a hard time with that.
One piece of chrome for this car.
And where his truck's running out of bolts, the body mounts go in that same place. So keep that in
I'm
mind.
gonna pause it right there so you get a good. Keep in mind, this car is solid.
There's a round key and a square key. And the round key pops the trunk.
Yeah? Works your doors.
As most cars in that area did, Barry. Most GMs anyway.
And this got a new trunk seal.
Alright, folks. Y'all see that? You want to enlighten them on what that is?
That is your body bushing. Your body bushing goes right in that area.
And that means that car is fucked.
That means you're not just going to put a piece of metal. You could. I mean, it's got another bushing on back, right behind the bumper, but it's never going to set right. It's going to sag right there, and it's just, you want to do it right.
And Barry, don't cut out no
That's
rust.
something you want to do right. You just don't want to slap a piece of metal over where a body bushing used to be and just say, hell with it.
And trust me, I'm about to have to order a trunk pan for my Le Mans. They are $400. They're like 2 something plus, I think $150 a ship or some shit like that. And yeah, because I need the braces that go in the trunk pan.
A brace, but you can't just order the brace
in
the pan. You have to order a pan with all the braces, like with the Buick. I mean,
which, hey, if that's what you got to do to make it right, then that's what I'll do.
And there's the hubcaps, 14-inch spinner hubcaps. And there's all the chrome. There's a bunch of brake parts back here.
Thought you needed brake parts.
Look at the rust on them,
wheel
guys.
cylinders, hardware.
I mean, he thinks that shit is still new. He will put them shoes on a car.
Look at that.
Some cars, when you take your fingers like this.
And keep in mind, it's not because they're expensive. I guarantee those shoes are $25, $30.
They repainted the whole car, just, you know, all the gutters here have been done. New trunks.
It's on both sides.
Right.
I'm cleaning out the dirt, so
you can see some of the
body mount
on the other side.
Out of the car. We won't get. We definitely got some rust issues in the trunk.
What color did you say the car was?
Driver's side floor pan.
65.
That's
what
about
color?
Red on bottom with white top.
Now needs painted.
Well, why is the trunk's lip is white? So look, that's white. That's not red. That's white.
Maybe said white on bottom, red top.
And I got a chrome one on it now.
He's probably never even ran the body tag to tell you what the factory colors were.
A little bit.
Well, I wonder what kind of idiot sends all the paint off to primer it black.
It sat in. It didn't want to move. But we got it.
We got it out of there, so. That's it, guys. Check out our
Alright,
friends
well,
at
next
Auto
one.
Parts. Jamie Phillips.
So, my final thoughts on this one is, it's more misinformation, more hypocrisy from this man. And, hey, Barry, have you ever heard of scuff and shoot, buddy?
Then which is it, Barry? Does it matter what you park your car on? Are your cars rotting away and turning back to earth because they're in the grass? Or is it just as good as parking them on a concrete slab?
Riddle me that one, Batman.